Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. It is midsummer. We have the bale wrapper on here and we have this field full of bales. I have no idea how many bales we ended up with last time, but we do have quite a few. Just trying to remember on my side panel exactly what it is to activate my there it is. To activate my equipment, because of course we are now back on the 2PC setup, and so I've got my wheel and my side panel back, and so plan is very much that we're going to get this field baled up. We're going to get this nice big contract in, and then we're going to start looking at stuff, because while this is wrapping, we are entering harvest, and it's very, very possible that we could end up with a contract or two doing harvesting. Not yet, but the fact that we are in that area really does allow for that possibility. So yeah, we're keeping an eye out. There are lots of fields that are good. The other thing is that we've got is, you can see over there our field of hay that is also ready now. So we want to get that road up. And so yeah, that is going to be the one of the things we'll be looking at. We're going to be trying to get that done and dusted as well. Let's get this into a good position where we can pick this up, and we'll turn our beacons off as well. There we are. And yeah, so this is going to bring in a very, very nice amount of money. We've got. We'll get all the money from the contract itself, which, if I remember correctly, this contract is worth a fair amount of cash. Yeah, 20,000 minus the 1,000-ish that we paid. There's another big baling contract on field 4 that's available. But I don't want to keep doing baling contracts and doing the same thing. It's all well and good earning these big money baling contracts, but we need to be getting on with our own farm as well. Plus, I have yet to ride the horses today, so that is something I'm going to have to do later. But at the moment, yeah, we have a whole load of bales to get wrapped up, and once we get these wrapped, we can come and collect them up and go and get rid of this contract. And we're going to end up with a few left over, and those ones we will store at our farm. We will wait until they have turned into silage bales, and we'll sell them for that a little bit extra. Maybe even make up the difference. Well, we should easily make up the difference actually from having to hire this equipment. It might be worth dropping them off at the VGA ahead of time as well. So yeah, we'll see how we go. But certainly we should make some money today. It's coming up to 10 o'clock and we're on the last few bales now. Just a few more to go, and they're all sort of going in nicely. So I'll be winding my way around the field. We're going to end up doing those two last, I think. I'm going to get myself nice and straight on as I'm picking them up. So I'm dropping the previous one right down next to the next one, and it seems to have been a system that's worked pretty well for me. And we've managed to get through here and around and get all of these done. We're all right for fuel. We've got well over half a tank left in this tractor, and yeah, we should have enough to get the pickup done as well. I'm gonna need to count these bales, I think, in a minute. Maybe once I've got the other trailer back here. We need to take 80% of these bales. So if we can get that number exact, we will make the most money off here. But I am not 100% sure how many bales we've got. I think it might be 48. I think. So yeah, we'll see how we go. Certainly, we'll see how far it gets us to completing the contract with the first lot delivered. Trouble is, these will not get us any money if we deliver a grass bale as opposed to a silage bale. So that's why we need to get the number of these absolutely right. Otherwise, it's just going to cause us issues, or it's just going to cause us to lose money. So yeah, I want to keep on top of that and make sure everything is. Make sure basically we make as much money off this as we can. We have got to grab ourselves a baler, which we should be able to do once we complete this contract. We should be able to get ourselves both a windrower and a baler for our little Ford, and get our hay bales done. How are we though for forecast? Forecast actually is good for a few days. So if we can get that that hay baled up, we don't immediately have to collect it today. So that is good news. This is our last bale off this field. And it's a pity that the BGA is just there. We might be able to dump the excess over the wall actually, just so that we don't have to cart it all the way around the map to get them done. But that, as they say, is the job done. So let's fold that back up as soon as I remember how to do it. There we go. Trying to get the commands to switch over to the control panel, or to my to telling me what the control panel of things is. It can be quite difficult at times. But let's head back to the shop and hook up to the other trailer and get that back up here. That is not going to come through this gateway at the bottom here. So I'm going to open this one up. And we'll bring it through the farmyard, because yeah, trying to get that really long bale trailer through this bottom gate is just not going to happen. Back, and we're heading through the farm. Now the only way I know to get through here is through the cattle shed. So we'll head through here. Hopefully this will clear that. Yep. Through there. Thankfully no cows in here. So that's all good. Leave these gates open. That farm at the moment is abandoned. I don't know. I don't think anybody's using that as far as I know. And we want to head over this way and get this unfolded. There we go. So we can take 16 at a time. I think probably want to get at least 2 loads in here, see how close that gets us to being completed, and then there we are, and then we can go from there and maybe take smaller amounts after that, just to make sure that we get the optimum setup for this. We need to take it back to the stables near the shop. So that's going to be where we're dropping these off to. And hopefully, I don't think this is going to take us too long, to be honest. We've got 3 loads at most to get off here, and it's all, yeah, they're all fairly close. We'll clear this end of the field quite easily with this. Bring it round. There we go. That's those lot there are quite nicely lined up. So I'll bring it around here and grab this. I mean, we're already halfway through loading this stack up. So, you know, not bad at all. This is a nice, quick piece of equipment. Nice, quick way to do these things as well. And I was talking about last time, maybe seeing if we can use some of this equipment to do our own fields. I'm not planning to now. I'm looking at grabbing some other stuff that should help us. But I do think that, yeah, this we should be able to use because it's not tied to a particular field. I think we'd have trouble using the baler. The windrower we might be able to use, but I'd be surprised. The wrapper we wouldn't use anyway because we're making hay bales. So yeah, I think it's pretty much only the auto stacker, and we would have to get a square baler to do that. And short of the Massey Ferguson square baler being released, that we're expecting from the classic Massey soon. Wow, we're full. then yeah, not much else really. So let's go and drop these off. Let's see how far we get. Actually, we might have. What's those 260? There can't be 64 bales on that field. I think we might be okay and be able to get it done in such a way that we deliver 3 loads and the 4th load is a partial load that we keep. I think that is looking to be the most likely outcome of this. So yeah, we'll see how we go. So down at the stables, and the drop-off point is actually back around there. See if we can reverse this round and get this in. Right, come on, on we go. In we go. Unload it. I think this is our unload point. I can't see anywhere else. So this would make sense. If it isn't, this is going to be fun. Okay, up we go. Okay, let's. So 22% from one stack. We're gonna have to make that other stack full over. These are always fun to unload in these places. Right. There we go. 45%. So yeah, off just the single stack, we have delivered nearly half these bales. So if 16 is 45, then 32 is going to be 90. We've got a car coming. Oh no, cement lorry coming. Oh, so many cars. So that means 32 is going to be 90%. So yeah, we probably want 32 divided by 9. That's horrible. 32 divided by 9 is 3.5-ish. Yeah. So yeah, we want 4 bales in the last load by the looks of things. So yeah, let's head back down to the field, grab another load of bales and see if this rings true, and see if we do get 90% for this second load. So we're pretty sure this second load is not gonna complete the contract. Hoping not anyway. So we'll open up this, grab up these bales. I really do want to get my own field windrow today. We should be able to get pretty much any size of windrower should run behind our tractor. It doesn't. Most windrowers don't take very much in the way of power to run. So if we're lucky, we can get one of the doubles and get the job done quicker, because it is already 20 past 2 in the afternoon. Although it is midsummer, so things do go later. There we go. Have to reverse up to get this one. And again, we're already, this bale will be halfway through. And it's not, it does seem to be a decent number of bales left on this field. Which means we should get a decent number of bales for us to sell on once they become silage. Which again is extra income for the farm, and as a result it's just all gravy. Anything that offsets that daily cost that we have is good, especially as we can't get a loan. So that is the rule of the survival experiment more than anything else, is that we can take no loans to clear any debt or anything. We can go into the red, but we need to end the day in the black, basically. And it doesn't matter if we start the next day in the red, just so long as we clear it by the end of the day, which we seem to be pretty able to do at the moment. We've not got any debts that are crippling us, and if we go and rent the grass doing equipment for our farm, we should be alright. I think we'll be in a position where we'll be able to, yeah, we just want it for the one field at the moment. Everything else is just sort of building our way towards getting an arable set up, and we'll actually get more than enough hay to last us for a very long while off our field. So I think what we're gonna do is probably turn that into an arable field going forwards, so that we then get some arable land. We've got that little field out the back, but I think we're going to use that for other stuff. And then we can always put oats or things. Yeah, I think we'll use the area outside the back of our shed as an extension for our yard, and then the stuff around the front, or the field we've got, field 17, we can use that to do our arable stuff on, and that will easily pay for itself. And if we get oats on there, we can hold back enough oats to feed the horses, and then the rest we can use to make money, and then basically just keep that turnaround coming, because that should work really, really well. Back down at the stables, and time to unload load 2. Wow, this is this is the livestock market as opposed to the stables. Yeah. Either way, this is where we're unloading the feed. I think it's a tight turn to get right, especially without hitting that car. I think you have to reverse it here, actually, to get this stuff out. I don't think it's easy at all to get stuff unloaded unless you do, because it's just not with this kind of. To be honest, I think this is probably a little bit big for this area. This trailer. I'm gonna do something silly now. I'm gonna get this right underneath. When I try and unload this, try and get it in a position where it's not going to clip the top while I'm doing it. So, low position is probably going to require travelling forwards a little bit as we do it. Yeah, just to keep it underneath. Oh no, of course we are. Oh man, that went wrong. There we go. Alright. A little bit of crunch. Otherwise good. Bring it down. Control it on the way down. Yeah, there we go. All right there. All fit. 91%. So I reckon 4 more bales will do this. So yeah, let's pop back to the field, grab 4 more bales, and we'll see if that finishes things off. Back with 4 more bales. Is this going to be enough? Don't hit me, please, car. Yeah, there we go. Round and in. This is not the easiest place to get this stuff into. I do kind of need to drive off the side of this ramp to have any hope. That car is the most unfortunate place to do that. But we've got round. We're round. We're in. Is this going to be enough to finish this contract? And then can we go and put... I think we've got like 13 bales left on the field. So we can go and load those up before we complete this contract. And bring this tractor back to the shop. So that we can then switch over and pick up a windrow for our own tractor, which is sitting back there. I spent most of the day doing this, so this is almost a 2-day job doing this. There we go, 102% transported for field 14. That must be complete then, surely? Is that contract complete? Right. Now that's confusing. So we've completed the contract, but we haven't. How does that work? 102%. Now if I fail that contract, it's... No, I'll take it. Is it that we haven't picked the rest of the bales up off the field? What is going on here? Why? How have we transported 102% and yet we've not completed the contract? That's weird. Right, I'm going to go and pick the rest of the bales up and drop them down by the BGA, because as far as I can tell, we have completed this contract. I think I'm going to have to fiddle with something and get it completed elsewhere, because that definitely said 102%. So, yeah, let's go get the last of the bales, get them elsewhere, and I'll have to sort this out separately. But yeah, this 20,000, I think we're going to have to work another way to get it. Normally, when this is an issue because the you've cut X amount of the field, but not and delivered all the grain you need to. But it's weird that this seems to think that we haven't cut all the field. I'm guessing by that. The only other thing I can think is that we haven't picked it all up. You see, we've left a little bit here. I can't see any large areas of the field we haven't cut. And even if we, have we created so many bales if we haven't? So yeah, I'm not 100% sure why that's sitting at 80% done. Unless it thinks we need to pick up more of this, pick up all these bales. But even then, let's have a look. Nope, still saying 80%. I think something's gone wrong here. It's not quite accepted that we've completed it. So I'm going to have to basically save these, cancel the contract, and add the money back in. Annoyingly. There we go. Because that is, with all this hard work, we've got 13 more bales on here. I'm just trying to have a look at the field and see if there's any large section I've missed. But no, this is all edge of field stuff over here. We have way too many bales over for it to be an issue with the amount that we've cut. So yeah. I don't know why this contract has failed to complete, but we have completed and got everything off, so I'm going to go and drop these up at the BGA so that they can ferment, and then we can make some money off these later. And yeah, we'll go and return this, and we'll have to add the money in, I think. It's a little bit of a, I think this is a little bit of an argument over the completion of the contract. Turning down to the BGA, and we just need to find somewhere near. Yeah. Okay, so somewhere near the sell point over here that we can drop these, so we'll create a nice stack next to it. And then when they've fermented, we can come back and make money off them. Yeah, I don't know what's gone on with this contract. As I said, I think what we'll have to do is fail it and add the money in because it is completed. Absolutely is completed. There we go. So that can go there. We can come back later. Let's bring that down. Right. How much is this contract worth? Yeah. 20,343. If I cancel it, it's nothing I can do other than that. So I will take off 1,300. So there's 19,000 will make that to cover the cost of using the equipment. But yeah, that is that contract is done and dusted. So let's cancel it. Yes. Result, nothing. You see, that's the thing. We delivered everything, so it's, yeah. 20, so we're going to add 19,000. There we go, 19,000 added in. We've got the bales here, and that is all this. Yeah, so it costs us nothing for that other than, yeah, just weird. And our farm is just across this way. So I'm going to jog back across the fields, jump a couple of hedges, and we're going to leave it here for today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.